Yahoo, Prof here. It's like 5 in the a.m. And no, I haven't just gotten up. And I've made the room very bright. I don't know why I did that. Probably so you can see things. Why are we doing that though is because I want to bring the new pen. The new pen? Which new pen? One of these two, obviously. To work. We've teased you before. I'm going to tease you again. You guys already had a little sneaky peek of this guy. Let me take a look at this one. This one's actually the one that got the Techiform on eBay actually got lost for 10 days by the post office. This one was only lost for I think 3. Good job, post office. Karos Customs, as the box says. Ooh, piece of candy. Look at that. Ooh, piece of candy. It's wrapped up like a little piece of candy. Let me grab another bolt. I don't have another. Yeah, so you guys haven't seen this bolt maybe ever. This is my... If you guys want a deal on Karos Custom stuff, get the Battle-Worn. Pro tip with that too, if you know somebody else that wants one, buy 2. Almost all the Karos Custom stuff is interchangeable, so you can kind of mix and match parts. And all these are ones that have slight defects, and I think on David's, like, the tip when closed ever so slightly peeks out. Like, we're talking like that. You know, just like ever so slightly. And what they do is they just tumble the crap out of them to get all of the... You can see about like all these edges are worn. So that's why they call them battle-worn. Mechanically, they always work perfect. So this is like one of the ones I always have on my desk. Upstairs when I have a desk in the office, which I don't at the moment. It's got its own pen holder because none of the other pens really work with it. I just rock this with a standard juice refill. There you go. It's been through a couple actually, because this is just the one that's, you know, if I'm not using a particular pen or if somebody needs to write with something, it's always there in its little stand. Kind of how I keep the screw off. I think that's called an ink as well, but we'll use this one as our example for a comparison here. So, ooh, piece of candy. I thought that was interesting how it's wrapped there. I swear, all the other ones I've gotten bolt-wise didn't come wrapped like this. I think the camera's falling over a little bit. Oh, it's definitely wrapped up. I wonder if it's because of the Cerakote finish or what. There was like this baby blue and baby green. I forget what they actually called them. Egg something and something something. I don't know. I think the blue one sold out first. I've got a bunch of green pens apparently. I don't know if I'm more partial to green or what. Ooh, that's an interesting finish on here. It's like significantly textured. Like I want to say it almost looks like like bad paint, like banana peel, but it's not because it's the whole thing is like that. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera or not. Here, one thing I can try and do is if I stop and start it at 1.0, it'll go into... There you go. Recording in macro. It's supposed to auto switch during recording, but I've yet to have it do that. Take a look at that. You can see the texture on it. So I've yet to have a pen textured like that. Super interesting. Same bolt mechanism. Right? It looks a bit more recessed. Maybe a little bit. Not significantly though. Bolt. Even this is a Bolt V2. Yeah, they went pretty quick to the Bolt V2. Even the EDK V2. My original EDK is not a V2, but they added that O-ring there, and they increased. It used to just be the thread. See that thread right there? This additional distance of overlap used to not exist, and it really helps, especially that O-ring, like prevent it from unscrewing. So, these are. I was gonna look up on my phone what they were, but you guys are on my phone. Bolt Cerakote. Search. Robin's Egg Blue and Island Green with Stormtrooper White clips and bolt. They're the Cerakote Bolt Special Release. No options are available anymore. From what I saw, the Robin's Egg Blue sold out quicker. I didn't think it was as vibrant. What do they call this? This green? Something island? Island green? Yeah, I can get that island vibe. You know, that Hawaiian island vibe sort of thing going on. I think I missed painting a side of my bolt. I'm gonna have to hit him up. Like, what do you mean, Elliot? Here, look at that. This is it. Like, the whole side of the bolt isn't painted. What the hell? Oh, they have these? No, it's supposed to be painted. Oh my god. It's always gotta be something. You guys can see here. White. Silver. Same as this right here. Which it needs to be. We know from Tactile Turn that would just wear off otherwise. Pretty sure the Cerakote inside here would wear off too. But yeah, you can see that like they missed an entire side of my clip. I mean, you don't really notice because there's silver right there, but that also makes it stand out. So yeah, that whole side's painted? Unpainted. Well, the reason why I looked at that somewhat intently, for those wondering, is because this clip is why I got this pen. This is Karas Customs' new milled clip, available on the Bolt and some of the other ones, but there just hasn't been a design with the milled clip that I've liked. When it comes to the clicky ones, you know, like the retract or something like that, they also have a new brass or copper mechanism, or the whole mechanism's brass or copper, like even the clicky bit, not just the internals. I think they would do brass then, because copper would just like work hard and whatnot. So brass. But like, so I was trying to get a brass button with a milled clip, and that just hasn't occurred. But this was the first one, especially because they were starting to do Cerakote. I was like, ooh, these look cool. Blue or green. I just ended up liking the green better. And, yeah, I wanted one with the milled clip. Now, what I can tell you right now, with my jeans, that's not going to be big enough. So, you can see with their new modal, that gap on the modal is twice as big, probably. And even that could not be enough on some pants. I actually realized today that when I used the G10 Natural Tactile Turn, that you see that's bent up and not touching it anymore. That's because of my one pair of 511 jeans. in the pocket I put it in. That's probably why this one over time worked out to be all like boing, you know, like. So I don't know how I'm gonna carry this one because that clip, there should be more of a gap there, but it's also not painted. And they're gonna be like, "Why'd you take so long to figure that out?" I'll be like, "Hey, it was literally stuck in the mail for whatever, and Christmas happened." Cross Customs is usually pretty good about that, but yeah, that's that whole side. Like, it looks like it's been sprayed, right? But when you compare it, that's a sprayed side, right? Sprayed. That just has overspray on it. Otherwise, it's silver, and you can tell that by comparing to the non-sprayed silver right there. I know they're pumping these out right before the holidays, so I'll see if maybe they can. This is just what, Torx maybe? Yeah, it's just Torx. So if they send me a new one, I can, you know, uninstall this one, install a new one, or see what they want to do there. But yeah, let's see. Let's check out the guts. So it's non-anodized aluminum because they knew they were going to coat it. To me, that looks a bit different than my battle worn Bolt V2. I might be wrong. It is a little bit different. So look at the placement of the O-ring. They pushed it a little bit further down the empty gap space there. I think this makes more sense. To me, it looks a touch longer too. Yeah, and I don't know if that's just the battle worn, because like I said, David's battle worn was a bit messed up. And his was even shorter than mine, so part of the tip showed up. But yeah, it's a little bit longer. Maybe for, I wonder if they made it Uniball compatible. Holy shit. That would be awesome. Okay. Side click should have unmolested Uniball. By molested, I mean cut off. So, pop this in here. Oh, and if you're wondering why that's so crunchy, if you look here, they did some comparatively not great milling. Like you can see all the mill lines. See them? But because it's being coated, and that's an internal part, I guess they weren't too concerned about getting that smooth finish that's on this older one. Alright, so it's the Uniball's in there. Full size of the Uniball. Nope. Doesn't even make it around the end. Yeah, let me put that back in here. I'm gonna go grab the slightly cut down Uniball in the modal. That's just ever so slightly cut down. It's not like big, full 2mm, just chomped off right back. So like that gap's nice. That easily. That's why I like this clip. Now I will say, even though I bent it, for the bolt I prefer this style clip. So for the bolt I prefer this style clip. But or if you prefer, the other thing is if you prefer this style clip, get the not even the slim bolt. The only one that still has it is the full size bolt, and I think I just loosened my. Yeah. I have to re-Loctite that. This bolt just loosened on me. It still stays in place, so I'm gonna wait till it's real bad. But I don't know. Might be something about the Cerakote on there that makes it less likely to like the Loctite to work. But yeah, so in here is a very lightly cut down. You guys saw me do that on video. Uniball here. So maybe the extended tip and shifted O-ring can help compatibility here. God, that's crunchy. Yeah, we now have Uniball compatibility. And it actually lines up pretty well if you look there. See, it looks like they have, since I had... Oh, I have another bolt. Yeah, let's go grab the other bolt. I do have that prototype, or the first round that never happened bolt. And then I also have this bolt, which is the just tumbled titanium. Oh, so this one might have already been longer than the... So it's like bolt V2.5. No, it's still longer. Here you can see it. So the O-ring, I want to say, is roughly the same place. That's probably the same, right? But you can see the tip on the Cerakote is, like, it's significantly longer. So I'm not crazy. They definitely updated the bottom part of the pen to accommodate with minimal. It's not like the modal where technically the Uniball works without any modification. It just, you could run it like that. It just, if you poke your finger in it real hard or something presses against it in your pocket, it's going to write. Oh, here's another thing. This clip has plenty of room. If you look at it, see how wide it is up here? So that's like the one downside that I thought I would like that. I thought I would like the milled clip better on this new one, because usually the milled clips are much stronger, sleeker usually, because they can, you know, mill them down to the exact size they want them, etc. But I have a feeling that's not going to fit on even like the pocket I want to put it on. Oh, Mr. Modal. Oh, here we can compare these guys. So those are the same length. So yes, when they redesigned the modal tip, the new bolts seem to be getting the slightly extended tip. Well, this puts me in a little bit of a predicament then, since I now know this works. And you're probably like, what do you mean by a predicament? What I mean by a predicament is I was going to put in a juice up. I have one left, and you might have seen on the other Bolt V2 that it had a juice up. And that's because you can't fit anything but the exact pilot-sized refills in here. And because of how these work, you can use a juice up, because that open top, or that sort of like trident top, doesn't matter. But now this can take a it looks very similar in there. Not that you're going to be able to see, I don't think. It looks very similar to the modal. Guessing they designed a new one and updated their other products. Oh, no, it's different. This is still like an open cup shape. Whereas this is like a pin in there. It just has a screw. I think it's holding on the, like the clip and the bolt together, whereas this is a milled cup. We can even test if this fits together. This is how interchangeable a lot of the Keros stuff is. Yep, fully interchangeable. Makes sense. Why not use the same part? So the updated bolts use the same bottom as the modal. Kind of awesome, because then I can use other refills. There must be less room in the upper mechanism though, because this had no chance of actuating, whereas the modal easily does. It's just that the tip peeks out ever so little bit. Here's a juice up. God, it's very crunchy. Do you guys vibe with that? I think I might rock the juice up. It fits really nice. It actually fit decently in the modal as well. But it just I don't know, with the color it just seems a bit daintier. I know I can put a Uniball in here, but I don't know. I'm used to the bolts having either a juice or a juice up in them, like the Keros Customs bolt. Not that that's needed anymore, because it looks like, unlike the modal, where it'll work, it just if you poke yourself with it, it will be able to write. I mean, you got to jam it in. You saw my finger in that video. Hopefully, go back a couple. This won't take it. It won't even actuate fully with a full one in there. But even with that slightly cut one from the modal, because it has the longer front end from the modal here. And if you guys are wondering, that titanium one I think is from 2023. Could be tail end of 2022, like but within a year old. So they recently just changed that, and I'm guessing it's because they needed to do it for the modal, and they're like, oh, let's back. You saw I could put this top on there, and it worked fine. So yeah, oh, the juice upright's so good. So I think we're rocking the juice up now. If I get another pen in the meantime that requires this cartridge, and I don't, this is my last one, right? I will swap it out. See here, if you want to know about clearance, won't work. Crack it just slightly. Still doesn't work. There you go. pull it down, because the tip on the juice up is actually thinner, so the cartridge can stick out more. If you push real hard, you can get it to go. It's not happy about it though. So that was my video on the Cross Customs. Well guys, that was my video on the Cross Customs Bolt Cerakote Special Edition. The finish is actually really nice, really unique. I don't know how I feel about the clip anymore really. That's super low profile. I don't even know what that's going to clip on. I think they got to bend that up more. I might give them that feedback. Also, a little bit bummed that mine looks perfect on this. I think you flip her over and you can tell that it's just, that's just overspray. They missed painting an entire side of it. I checked the pictures. It's not supposed to be that way. So somebody just missed it. Always my luck. Always my luck. Well, guys, let me know if you have any comments and questions specifically about this guy or any other Cross Customs pens. I have been buying them from them since they did the Kickstarter for the Render K. I backed them because I was just happy to see somebody else making a custom pen for the Hi-Tec-C. They have since long abandoned the Hi-Tec-C and went to the Pilot G2. So, since the beginning, though, I've been like, hey, slight changes, you'll be able to support the Uniball refill. And it's not that, I personally use Uniball, but Uniball means zebra, means Pentel, means like most of the major brands will use that size. At least most of the major Japanese brands will use that size. And we have a kitten. Hey, kitten. How's Paisley? And there goes the pen I was going to give somebody. It is now on the floor. And she's playing with my jacket. Have a good one, guys. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Hit that subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. If you want to discuss anything like this, or chill in the Discord, saw at least one of you there today. See ya. Peace.